was Rust Cohle, the Matthew McConaughey character, a disguised political pundit? And if so, was he a liberal or a conservative? Now, am I telling you that I think he was a political pundit? No, there's not unless he was running for president of Carcosa. But that said, it'd be fun to look at his crazy monologues and see whether he could be taken as a political pundit. And if so, does he lean left? Does he lean right? Let's find out. First of all, one of my favorite quotes in talking about planet Earth. And when I say favorite, I mean, obviously he was ridiculously negative, but he said, it's all one ghetto, man. A giant gutter in outer space. Well, I would say from that, well, maybe he leans left, right? First of all, he's making he might be making an old 70s funk music reference because the band War had the song "The World Is a Ghetto." A lot of people remember that, and that's what Rust is saying. The world is a ghetto, and that's a kind of lefty thing to do. Oscar Wilde also said, "We are all of us in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars," which is a line that Chrissy Hines stole for the Pretenders. So is he left-leaning? We'll give him one for the left column. But then he says, I think human consciousness is a tragic misstep in evolution. We became too self-aware. Nature created an aspect of nature separate from itself. We are creatures that should not exist by natural law. We are things that labor under the illusion of having a self, an accretion of sense, experience, and feeling, programmed with total assurance that we are each somebody when in fact everybody is nobody. Wow, sounds kind of Buddhist when you think about it. And if we're nobody, then we're all one big thing, right? If we're all one big thing, or what Buddhists call interdependence, we should take care of one another. That sounds a little lefty to me. Then, okay, so we got two on the left. Then let's go to the next quote. Maybe the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming, stop reproducing, walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal. Well, I don't know that it's such a raw deal, but that notion of voluntary human extinction, believe it or not, there is a group calling for voluntary human extinction, saying we should stop reproducing and leave the earth because we made a mess of it. It's the most extreme version of what they call deep ecology, getting the human footprint reduced to nothing. I mean, there are groups who think, for example, we should reduce the human population to 2 million or even 200,000. I guess they're classified on the left, although I don't know. We'll give them 3 for the left. Then he says, his partner Marty asks him, do you think you're a bad man? And he says, the world needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Oh, that's a big one for the right. Because, the right's always justifying itself by saying, yes, we're greedy, but the greed makes everything work well. And yes, we're bad, but if we weren't bad, then bad things would happen. It's the authoritarian mindset. It's the totalitarian mindset. It's the greedy mindset. It's the right-wing mindset. So we got to give him at least one for conservatism now. And then he says, death created time to grow the things that it would kill. Well, that's just a bummer. I'm not going to give him either left or right for that. That's just negative. He says to realize that all your life, all your love, hate, memory, all your pain was all the same thing, all the same dream, a dream inside a locked room, a dream about being a person. And like a lot of dreams, there's a monster at the end of it. I think he's saying Ted Cruz will win in 2016. That's 2 for conservatism. He says, I don't want to know anything anymore. This is a world where nothing is solved. Someone once told me time is a flat circle. Everything we've ever done or will do, we're going to do over and over and over again. Sounds like the Republicans voting to repeal Obamacare. Okay, that's 3 for conservatism. We got, and that some of you might have been thinking, hey, that's Nietzsche and his theory of eternal return. Now it's the Republicans voting to repeal Obamacare. Now we'll go to our last quote. There is no such thing as forgiveness. People just have short memories. Yeah, that's how people get away with stuff. That's how Republicans keep getting elected. That's how Democrats, some of them keep selling out to corporate interests. That's 4 for conservative, 3 for liberal. Rust Cohle, nihilist, and conservative. But remember, he got born again in the last episode and decided that the light is winning. So at the end of the day, he was a conservative who saw the light. We're going to leave it there. We're going to be back with our great show. Please stick with us. I am RJ Eskow, and this is the 0 Hour.